This Cambridge approach to improving education outlines how to use international comparisons to understand the way in which individual systems work and the way in which their performance compares. Interest in international comparisons has grown enormously in the wake of the large transnational surveys like PISA, Pearls and TIMSS. And over the last 2 decades, we've done huge amounts of work with nations around the world, helping them to locate qualifications and assessment within their education systems. That work led us to think hard about what kind of framework would be helpful to policymakers, educationalists and researchers. It allows us to support individual nations, but also make comparisons between them. And it avoids this issue of crude policy borrowing or imposing crude solutions in complex circumstances. Our framework is different. Many of the approaches which have been used in the past have actually sought to impose a single model to explain the performance of individual nations or make comparisons between them. By contrast, our framework outlines a series of factors which can be used to explain the way in which different systems play out in different ways over time and in different locations. Our framework is designed to be sensitive to different cultures, different histories, different aims and purposes of education systems and the components within them. In this Cambridge approach, you will find an outline of the principles which drove the analysis. You'll find a description of the method by which we derived the factors, and then 4 case studies which examine how the factors play out in different nations. These describe the trajectory of improvement in Finland, Massachusetts, England, and Singapore. Now, these case studies present a narrative, a story of educational improvement in those 4 nations, but they also show how the factors play out and how policy at different times has emphasized different factors in bringing about improvement in attainment, equity, and the engagement of learners in education and training. This is proving to be a very powerful framework for explaining the performance of education systems and to compare them in such a way that policymakers, researchers and educationalists can draw insights to formulate policy and practice to improve education systems.